This is the way to start your day, our Positive Feel Good podcast. Hey, good morning. I am Len.
And I am Sarah. Thanks for joining us today, your feel good way to start the day. I got to tell you, something crazy happened the other day. My daughter made a big mistake, kind of a big mistake. But the way she handled it, I was so proud of her. I asked her, I'm like, can I share this on the podcast? Because I'm not sure I would have handled this kind of mistake as well as you did. So she said I could tell the story and share her reaction, and maybe it'll be a good way for us to all think about something like this.
Well, that's right. Hey, as a parent, we always say, just don't get upset, learn from your mistakes. And so that's
right.
Good. That's good.
Right.
I can't wait.
Okay, so how about this to start the day before we get into it? If you've had a bad day or you're having a bad week, I just want you to remember this. You've made it through 100% of your previous bad days. You're going to get through this one too. We're going to try to make it better.
That's great. That's a great reminder. All right. Well, we've got a lot for you on today's episode. Let's get started with 3 things your friends and family may be talking about today.
Well, pop superstar Justin Bieber turned one of the world's biggest music stages into a moment of worship over the weekend at Coachella. And in the middle of his set, Bieber performed a song called Glory Voice Memo from his 2025 project Swag. He openly was sharing about his faith in Jesus as the ultimate healer. Fans leaned in for the powerful moment and even had some fun when he pulled up old YouTube videos and sang along, blending nostalgia with a message that clearly meant something deeper. Now, I thought this was so cool. I've always liked Justin Bieber, and it was really neat because he's been so vocal about sharing his faith in recent years. But the way he did his music set, some people are like, I don't know, was that cool? Was it not? But the majority were saying it's really cool. Not about the Jesus music, but that he pulled up his computer on stage for some of his set, and it was like you were just sitting in a room with him, like very intimate. Pulled up his YouTube page. He must have had YouTube Premium because there were no ads. And then he started playing his music and singing along to it for several sets. And most of the people were like, this was the coolest thing ever, because I felt like I was sitting in the living room with him while he was just, singing. And it was very different. Like nobody's really seen someone do that for a concert before. It was kind of cool because Justin Bieber actually got his start on YouTube. And at one point, his song Baby, remember that? Baby.
Remember that.
That yes. At one point was the biggest YouTube video at one time.
Yeah.
So that was pretty cool. And that he continues to share Jesus music too.
I like that. I don't mind a big show. I like that too, with explosions and lights and smoke and etc., like Trans-Siberian Orchestra or something like that. But for me, there's always something special about an artist just dialing it down, and you get to find out a bit more about the artist. So I thought it was a cool set. I agree. Sometimes it pays to take a different road home. A man from Norwalk, Ohio, made a quick detour to a local market. He wanted to grab some tomatoes for his girlfriend. And then on a whim, he picked up a lottery ticket. That spontaneous decision turned into $3 million.
Wow.
Yeah, he had the option of $120,000 a year for 20 years, but he chose the $1.5 million lump sum. He says, you know what? I'm going to pay off my house, take a vacation, and invest the rest.
Well, that sounds like a plan. And if you tend to avoid small talk because you think it'll be boring, new research says you might be missing out. A study from the University of Michigan Ross School of Business found that people consistently underestimate how enjoyable everyday conversations can be. Even when participants expected a conversation to be dull, they often found it meaningful and wanted to keep it going. Even when talking about things like sports, movies, AI, music, books, fitness, the takeaway, it's not the topic that matters most. It's the connection. Listening, asking questions, feeling heard.
That's exactly the way I feel about it. I love people. I just love people, and I find their stories so interesting. Doesn't matter who they are, what their background is, just asking questions and finding out who they are. I'm a small talker. I love small talk.
You are. Let's play a little game here because have you ever thought of like challenging yourself or heard people challenge yourself with small talk questions? So I've heard for a long time, maybe don't say to someone, how was your weekend? Because it's too open-ended. And I don't know if it's right or wrong, but what could you say that's not as open-ended as how was your weekend?
I think you could say, hey, just checking in. Time goes quick. What was the highlight? What was the big thing that happened this weekend?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's good. You got it. You know how to do it.
Yeah, because then they could be specific about something they're excited about.
Yes. And, you could say, have you seen any good shows? Like very specific questions they ask you.
Yes.
At least I've heard. So I don't know if that's true or not. Do you think that's true?
No, I think that's exactly it. You got to narrow it down. Too general, and a person kind of panics a little bit when you're talking to them in small talk. So you would say, man, we just went to that movie, Hail Mary. I don't know if you had a chance to see that or if there's anything you've seen recently.
Yeah, that's good because then you can say, yes, I have seen it, or no, I haven't seen it, but I've heard people keep talking about it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, I totally get that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was totally into the Masters golf tournament over the weekend. Some people, they don't have any idea why you would watch a golf tournament where people are just hitting a little white ball around or something like that. You find yourself, are you in any sports? Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah,
so,
you're a very good small talker. Len will small talk to any. It's almost to a fault, if I'm saying this right. Like we will be in the middle of a shoot, like filming something, cameras rolling, everyone's got their lines, everyone's in place, and someone will walk by Len, and Len will like walk after them to start talking to them, and we're like, no, wait, we need to do this.
In general, I find other people much more interesting than me. People seem to want to talk to me because, I was on radio for a long time hosting the podcast or whatever, and that's fine, but I just find other people's stories, what they do for a living, their family situation, what they're into, what their hobbies are, all that stuff. I just find people really, really interesting.
No, people are really interesting, and you don't know it until you start talking to them.
That's right. Well, the study confirms, don't feel bad about it. Small talk is actually a really, really good thing.
Keep it positive, positive, positive with Len and Sarah.
So this weekend, I was talking to some friends of mine, and they told me that they just bought a sauna at Northeast Factory Direct. How cool is that? Of course, Northeast Factory Direct, one of our podcast sponsors. But they said that they were so impressed because after they bought their sauna and they're loving it, Alex, the owner, texted them a thank you. And it wasn't just a thank you text, which would have been awesome. It was a video personalized thank you from the owner of Northeast Factory Direct. And they were so impressed and thought that was so cool. And Alex does that. When you purchase something from Northeast Factory Direct, he personally sends you a text thanking you for your purchase. I mean, they have a great customer experience there. I've been shopping there for years, but I think that personal touch is so cool.
Well, I'm not surprised because from the start, I feel like Alex, he set up Northeast Factory Direct. He runs it like he's a customer. Like, what would a customer like? What would they enjoy? What are those things that make buying furniture, or in this case, a sauna, a good experience? And then he does those things. So he thinks about it in reverse, like he was a customer. And that's just one good example. Everything you need for your home, living rooms, cabinets for your kitchen, dining room, bedroom, mattresses, outdoor furniture, hot tubs and saunas. It's really nice stuff. Northeast Factory Direct with locations near you, northeastfactorydirect.com. And tell them I heard about you on Len and Sarah's podcast.
Whoa, tick-tock, woo, time goes so fast. It happened today, let's remember.
Well, today is April 14th, and we're taking you back in time.
Let's go way, way back, 1902. J.C. Penney opened his first store. During the peak of shopping malls, J.C. Penney grew into a national department store powerhouse. Now, today with competition like Walmart, Target, Amazon, Penny's, they've had to close many stores. At one time, they had over 2,000 stores. There's still about 600 that are open. Is there one near you, JCPenney?
You know what? I haven't been to a Penny's in so long, and I've always called it Penny's, JCPenney's.
I know. I was nervous when I was reading it. I thought, is this Penny's or Penny?
To me, it's JCPenney's. My mom has always been a huge fan, but I haven't been there in years, but I've always liked it. I don't know if there's one close to me.
Isn't it funny we call it Penny's, but we wouldn't say Walmart's or Target's?
But we do the same thing with Aldi's. I say go to Aldi's, don't you?
And it's Aldi. Of course I do.
It's Aldi, but I've always said Aldi's.
What makes that happen?
I don't know. I've wondered that.
Discount drug marts. No, you wouldn't say
No, I say, well, I just say drug mart.
Yeah, I know. Here's some slogans from JCPenney. See which one you think really hits. In the 70s, it was "You can count on us." We're JCPenney. That's when they had that golden reputation. You can count on us. 1980s, JCPenney, doing it right.
Okay.
1990s, oh, you might remember this. JCPenney, I love your style.
I like that one.
Yeah, it's about clothing. Early 2000s. I don't know that this is as good as that one. They switched to Everyday Matters. 2016. They didn't keep this long. Get your pennies worth.
I don't think that's bad, though.
Because it's the wordplay on the name, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know it's a good value. Yeah, I don't think that's bad. Current, it's okay, style and value for all. That's a good slogan.
I still like the 90s one. JCPenney's, I love your style. But I'm a 90s girl, so maybe that's why I'm partial. I remember that one.
All right, well, I've prepared something for you. I know you specialize in Jeopardy. You would always choose the category stores.
Shopping. Yes, that's my category.
All right, so I've got a little, everyone can play along. I've got a little store trivia contest for you, okay?
Ooh, okay.
The name of the game is Know Your Stores.
I should be a pro at this, right?
That's right. And I like to add a little incentive always. So if you get a perfect score, I'm going to give you 4 slogans from stores. They could be freestanding stores or mall stores now or in the past. If you get all 4, I'm going to give you $10 to spend wherever you want to.
Yes, please. Okay, this is so much pressure because if I miss one, that's super embarrassing.
Then you're out. Then you're out. And people are counting on you. Everyone play along. See if you can match with Sarah here. Okay, ready for number 1? Mm-hmm. Why pay more?
Why pay more? I know this.
You do know this. You loved these stores, and they're not around anymore.
Okay, because this is like an 80s slogan, I think.
80s, 90s.
80s,
yeah.
90s. I want to say Sears right off the bat.
I know you want to, but I wouldn't.
I don't think I'm going to say it, though. I wasn't saying that.
Why
Payless.
Payless is correct.
I just needed a second.
Yeah, I love Payless, man.
Well, I was thinking about it the other day because I would always go to Payless for my Easter shoes.
Okay.
You know, and we'd try them out and walk down the aisle, the Payless walk of shoes, you know.
I'll tell you, I loved going shoe shopping with my daughters. That was so much fun because they were so excited to get new shoes. When they were little, if you could get them shoes at Payless that had the lights when you stepped, I mean, that was it. That was magic. That was magic. Okay, so you're off to a good start, but it's just a start. You ready for the next one? Mm-hmm. Okay. Expect more, pay less.
Ooh, expect more, pay less.
Sounds like Payless shoes, doesn't it?
It did. That's what's throwing me. I almost want to say Target.
Target, final?
I guess.
Target is correct.
Okay.
All right, you're 2 for 2. Mm-hmm. 2 for 2. Okay. Boy, I bet you spent some time here when you were a teenager. What store used this simple, iconic slogan, a passion for fashion? We've got a passion for fashion.
Oh, goodness. A passion for fashion?
Mm-hmm.
I actually don't know this one right off the bat.
Yeah, starts with an E.
Express. I still shop at Express.
All right, this is your last one. You have to get this one. I think everyone will be screaming at their listening device, whether it's in their car or their smart speaker. Okay?
Oh, pressure. Okay.
I'll give you 2 slogans for this pretty famous store.
Okay.
Save money, live better. And if that doesn't give it to you, what about this? Always low prices, always.
I feel like this is Walmart.
I feel it's Walmart. It is Walmart.
The win! Yay! The first one is the one I got. Save more,
money, live better. Yeah. Walmart right now, I mean, they are definitely having a moment, aren't they?
They are crushing it.
Yeah.
And everyone, because I post a lot of stuff from Walmart, because on my Instagram, I share a lot of just clothes and different things. And people comment about the Walmart stuff all the time that they love it. But when I see people in person, they're always like, well, which Walmart do you go to? How do you find this stuff? A lot of it's online. Like Walmart online is very superior. It's so good.
Okay.
If you buy stuff online. I don't always go to the store.
Oh, you could throw that out. No, that wouldn't be a good slogan, would it? Walmart online, very superior.
Well, there's...
That would not be a good slogan.
Well, they have their Walmart Plus thing going on, and I've been so close to joining it. I already do Amazon Prime, which is very worth it to me.
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
I think just the security of having that membership, you should do it. What does it come with?
The security of it?
Yeah, because you don't want to miss out.
Right now, you get one of those memberships. I think it's either Peacock or Paramount. You get a year of that. The shipping's free, all that kind of stuff. And I don't know, there's a bunch of perks. It's very similar to Amazon, I feel like.
Let me look it up. Or our benefits. What's it called? Walmart Plus?
Walmart Plus.
Okay, here's some of the benefits, just so you know. Free delivery and shipping, obviously. Gas savings, okay. Scan and go feature, which is really fun. I love scanning and going. Early access for special sales like Black Friday, etc. You get to go in when no one else does. And free Paramount Plus.
Oh, that's right. You get Paramount or Peacock. You get to pick which one. But the one that sounds really cool is the free delivery of groceries.
Oh, it is. It's free grocery delivery. Wow, that's a good
$35 or more, you get free grocery delivery. That's actually a big perk.
That's a huge perk, actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, there's some people that I've never had groceries delivered.
Really?
I never.
I only did during the pandemic.
Okay,
I haven't in a long time, but during the pandemic, we did a lot.
My daughter, she's a school teacher. She has a busy schedule, 2 kids. Her husband works a lot, and so she doesn't give it a second thought. She's kind of in a rural area. Walmart's 20 minutes away. She always has her groceries delivered.
So she must be a Walmart Plus member then.
Has to be. Maybe she'll let me use her Paramount Plus.
I love the laughter. I love the love that's on there.
It makes your morning brighter.
Oh, your calming voices in the morning just get us on the road safely. It's wonderful.
Oh my goodness. My daughter made a mistake yesterday and called me, and I'm so proud of her. I know this sounds weird.
She made a mistake and you're proud of her. Okay.
I know that's not the sentence you probably expected to hear, but I cannot tell you how proud I am. So I had to share this story. So yesterday I had an appointment and I knew I wasn't going to be home to pick up my daughter from school. She's in high school, still doesn't drive yet. And I always pick her up from school. So she's not rode the bus this year. But I knew I wasn't going to be home in time. So I said, honey, you're going to have to ride the bus tomorrow. You know, a little him and hawing. Don't want to ride the bus in high school, but I can't be there. So I was like, okay, fine. So she calls me and I'm driving home from my appointment, like an hour away. She calls me laughing hysterical. And I'm looking at my clock. I'm like, okay, she should be on the bus right now. What's going on? Why is she calling me? Like, is everything okay? And she's laughing. She's like, oh my gosh, Mom, I haven't rode the bus all year. I got a little mixed up and I got on the wrong bus. She's like,
love it.
She's like, I thought this bus was going to just take me to this other school to get on the right one. And she said, when the bus driver turned the other way, I knew something was wrong. And she's like, all I could do was laugh, Mom. I didn't know what else to do. She's like, I looked all around the bus. Nobody looked familiar. And she said, finally, I saw this girl who I like kind of knew and like knew her name. She's like, I just told her the story. I had to tell her what was going on. And the girl was so nice and was like, well, do you want to get off at my house? And you can sit till your mom can pick you up. And she's like, yes. So they concocted this plan. She got off at her house. She calls me and she's just laughing hysterically. And here's where the proud part comes in. Mm-hmm. I was so proud she was laughing, you know?
Well, I know exactly what you're saying. When you were telling me the story, that's the part that I love the most, too, because she could have been just totally embarrassed. She could have been upset because she shouldn't have had to ride the bus.
Right.
And you should have been there to pick her up and all of those things. And we all do that, whether we're a teenager or an adult. We have a choice of how we react to things when things don't go exactly the way we want them to go. And I say the best thing to do, the best default is just to laugh about it, just to find humor in the weird things that happen in our life. Number one, I always tell people this, and you know I always say this. I say, if strange things didn't happen to you, you wouldn't have any stories to tell.
I know you say that all the time. And I have to tell her that. I have to remember to tell her that. Because after she got home, you know, we talked and I got home. She's like, I thought you were going to be mad at me. I was like, why would I be mad at you? That's like silly. You know, everyone makes mistakes. She's like, well, I just felt bad. And I go, well, I was actually proud of you because you laughed about it. There could have been a lot of ways that could have went. And she's like, well, what else was I supposed to do? I couldn't do anything. I knew I had to solve a problem, and laughing about it seemed like the best way to handle it.
It's good. I'm just glad you told the story, and I hope everyone, I know, will kind of maybe keep that story just packed away in the back of our mind, and who knows what it is, whether you lock your keys in your car, or you're late because you missed the exit, or fill in the blank rather than getting angry or blaming somebody else. If you can find it within yourself, go ahead and laugh.
Cause with good stuff, there's never enough. So you can be aware and care and share and make your world a better place. Positive with Len and Sarah.
Hey, are you in a situation where you don't have health care benefits? It's just too expensive for the coverage. Let me introduce you to our podcast partner, Liberty Health Share. It's not insurance. It's different. Many members think it's better. A Christian organization where members share the cost of each other's healthcare needs with an affordable monthly contribution. Wes Humble is Liberty's Executive Director of Ministry. Wes, what would you tell someone right now who doesn't have healthcare coverage and they're looking at Liberty?
I would tell them to certainly consider it because of not only the biblically based program that it is, but also the fact that it's usually way more affordable. Well, I'm on the road a lot representing Liberty Health Share at events. Invariably, we find people who will come to the table and say, I'm a member of Liberty Health Share. And then there's always some story that follows of how something happened and Liberty was there. There's just stories where people had no way, couldn't afford insurance. They didn't know if something bad was about to happen. Click into Liberty Health Share, and then it happens. And they realize that this works and that people I don't even know help pay these medical bills. We added a prayer box so every member can go on there anytime they want and put a prayer request. We respond to every one of them.
Hey, you can learn more with a visit to Liberty's website, or you can just call and talk with them. It may be exactly the solution that you've been praying for. The website is libertyhealthshare.org.
Hey, I have a favor to ask you as you head into your day. If you are loving the podcast, we'd love you to tell a friend, but it would also be huge if you're loving the podcast to take like 60 seconds, I promise it won't take long, and give us a review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, wherever you're listening. Give us a 5-star review and write a little something special. It actually means so much in how, you know, our podcast ranks and who gets to see it and all that kind of stuff. And those little words of appreciation means so much to us. And we're going to be right back here tomorrow, same time, same place, to help you stay encouraged. So I hope you have an awesome day.
That's great. I'm glad you mentioned that. I was just on there, and I will say that the different comments that people have taken the time to write, they mean so much. They just pump you up. Words of encouragement are so powerful. So we appreciate that. That's a good prayer, really. At the beginning of our podcast, we talked about the importance and value of small talk. And so we just prayed today that the Lord will bring people into our path, that we can be an encouragement too, that we will not be so busy that we will overlook people that might just want a friendly smile and a word of encouragement. We pray in Jesus' name, amen.